Hello, hello, and welcome to Three Skulls Tavern. I'm Matt, your host, back for another episode of our Twilight 2000 campaign. Once again, massive caveat before we start that this is still using the work-in-progress playtest rule set, which Free League have allowed us to use for this stream. And yeah, there have been some updates since our last episode. We can't really talk exactly about what's changed, but there have been some changes under the hood. I'm sure Ed, you can give us a quick kind of flying overview of anything that's changed on the character sheets. But
Sure.
more or less, it's nothing significant has changed in terms of like the core dice mechanic or anything like that. There's just basically some tweaks that have been made. So yeah, we will be using the changes straight away. And where they apply, Ed's going to be mentioning them. So that's my little intro. Without any further ado, I'm going to be handing over to Ed.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yeah, as Matt said, the guys at Free League have been hard at work finishing off bits and pieces and changing things, which was always fun. So there are some combat rules from the previous sessions that have changed, and we will probably show some of those, maybe. There's some other things that have changed. So they've kind of pinned down some of the character generation and how stress capacity and hit capacity works. So unfortunately for the poor players, some of them have lost quite a bit of stress capacity and quite a bit of hit capacity, which should make it a little bit more deadly for them. Everyone is like, yay!
We're kind of like balanced a bit more. I was really shit before, and now I'm half decent, so I'm happy.
yeah. So I think before there was like a random roll, and now they've kind of worked out a happy medium. So it should make things a little bit more deadly.
One more quick thing to mention.
Yeah.
One more quick thing to mention is that as you can see above me here, I've got an MIA where Charlotte's video feed would normally be.
Yes.
Charlotte unfortunately can't make it this evening, but Ed's going to be controlling her character in combat regard, or one of us will. It might be Ed, it might be somebody else. And she'll be back next session. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, Ed, go on.
No. So yes, so there have been some changes, and thankfully, I'll just talk about one little thing that we kind of were using, which was in the movement. So the last sessions we kind of weren't quite 100% sure how movement worked. So now you can move two hexes as a fast action now, and if you want to go any further, you make it becomes a slow action, and you make the roll for it, and then for every success, you go an extra hex. So it kind of clarified that, which was quite handy. I'm sure you're doing a lot of running around, especially from a sniper that's waiting for you in the trees.
Cool.
So that was just a little bit of kind of housekeeping, I guess. So I guess we'll start from where we left off. Just as a bit of a quick recap. In fact, this is more fun for the players to do. Who should I pick on? Well, I think Adam.
Adam's like, shit.
But he needs to do it in character. No, that's good.
Well, yeah.
What do you require of me? We're in the shit. We're very far away from being out of the shit. That's a technical term. I'm not one of the vets among the cast here, but I believe that is a technical term.
It is. Fubar or something like that.
Yeah, we had camped the night before, so we played a little bit with the survival rules, didn't we? And there was some role play between the two different groups keeping watch. And then in the morning we headed south, saw some buildings in the distance, approached from this sort of brown building on the map from the north, and kind of crept towards this other house where we did see someone. And kind of went to make contact and got shot at by a sniper. So
Indeed.
there's a sniper to our south, so if we zoom out a bit, the sniper was like, oh, that's there actually on the map now.
Yep.
And I can't forget if the guy that was scavenging also shot at us.
No, the guy that was scavenging, so well remembered. Yes, there was a scavenger. I'll just highlight on on the actual map, and I'll just move him around.
I think it's the guy next to me, no?
Yep, this is this dead guy here, who was scavenging around. There was a family cowering in the back of the building, and you were suddenly shot at by a sniper in the woods, which I will just quickly highlight him here for you. And so he had taken some pot shots at you. You'd all kind of run in various different directions. Captain Hardy got shot. Dom pulled him to cover. The family inside the building was shouting and screaming because they've got a little child with them.
In Polish, right?
They're Polish, that's correct. And as you were kind of ducking for cover, Leo, the scavenger got shot, and you got covered in his, well, what's left of his head. You did manage to grab his weapon, which was an old World War II style rifle with a small scope on, which had been cobbled together. And you were trying to sort of wait around to find out if you could find a location where you could probably shoot back from the at the sniper. We had gone through all the initiative, and so we'd gone back to the beginning. And so that is back to you, actually, Leo.
Okay, so first, so what I would like to do is check if the rifle is loaded.
Yep.
And then basically, if it is not loaded, load it. And then in the meantime, try to call for the team. So basically, I will call to most likely my buddy Angel, just to see where she is located. So we'll be like, Angel, what the fuck are you doing? Where are you?
You get from across the building. I'm just going to get to Captain Hardy.
What happened to Hardy?
He's shot, and that's about as much as you can shout.
Yeah, exactly.
So what? Yeah, you check the rifle. It does have ammunition in. You shout across to Angel. She shouts back, and I guess that's about as much as you can do unless you want to kind of reposition at all.
Yeah.
From where you are, you can kind of move around a little bit in the building.
Well, I'm just trying to find cover, and if I can start finding a good position.
So you are. I'll just highlight you again, right there, and so you are actually in the burnt out part of the beginning of the building. So most of the roof is gone, apart from the bit that the family is sheltering under, who are here. So yes, you can move around in this area here where the unfortunate expired person is.
Not really. Just gonna keep position for now.
Okay.
I mean, Leo is trying to position himself strategically, like seeing where are my buddies, where I, where is the shooter, and what can I do without getting shot in my face.
Sure. So at the moment, you're probably keeping your head down then.
Yes.
Okay. So Angel, she rushes over to Captain Hardy, and she is going to treat him. So I guess we will make a roll for her. So if one of you would like to get onto the dice rolling, and if you could please roll a d10 plus, in fact, 2d10. Let's see, I think she's got, so 2d10. She's got a medical kit, so you get a d12 and a d10.
2d10 then?
So 1d12 and 1d10, and that's what you get to roll.
Okay.
And I just realized I can't actually see what you're rolling, so let me just get into
It's on the dice rolling Discord.
Okay.
So I got one success.
That's brilliant. So you've managed to, Angel has managed to patch Captain Hardy up. It turns out, Dom, it looked pretty terrible for you because obviously he'd been shot. As soon as Angel got to you, she kind of looked at it, was like, oh. It seems that some of his combat webbing and something metal that he had in fact, it was his pistol, had managed to stop the round. So the actual pistol is damaged. and so he's mostly taken a lot of lacerations, but no actual bullet wound itself.
Okay.
Good to hear.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So obviously it looked a lot worse than it was. It is bleeding quite a bit. An angel kind of staunches the wound. Where are we now then on the list? So it's Viv. You are.
I'm in uncomfortably open ground at the moment.
You are indeed.
So I'd like to remedy that. Can you just remind me who's inside the house here?
So inside the house, we have the Polish family.
Mm-hmm.
Over there. We've got Leo, who is next to them. Well, he's just in sort of like a slightly separate room, and he is next to the body next to him. And that's who's in the actual house.
Just remind me of my hex capabilities here. How far can I move?
So you can run 2 hexes without having to make a roll.
Okay.
But if
I
you
want to try and get into the house if I can.
So you could potentially go through the house through sort of like a broken out window.
What's the mechanical cost of bursting through the wall like the Kool-Aid man? I've got the figure for it.
Okay, so that's going to be a smashing through the house roll.
I mean, that's satirical. If there's a window,
yes,
that would be the ideal.
Yeah, if you could make a mobility roll for me.
Right there.
Using agility. You just need 1 success and you'll get through the half-broken, burnt-out window and be inside the house.
Okay, could you just help me out with the roll here?
So that's agility.
So you've got a D8 in agility, but nothing in mobility. So you're just rolling
D8.
the D8.
Oh, no success.
Okay, so you managed to...
My aim is piss poor.
It is. Thankfully,
Come
because
through like a cruise missile.
Thankfully, because you are on the far side of the house, the sniper is not going to be able to shoot you. But it just means that you'll get through by the end of the round, but you just won't do anything stylish or get in right now.
I turn to camera and my face is all flat, like in a Xavier cartoon. And on the soundtrack you hear wah wah wah.
You know, you can push the roll too if you want to.
So if you wanted to push the roll,
why don't I try and do that then?
If you do get a 1, then that is a fumble or a mishap, as they call it. And you could get stuck.
Stuck in the window. Half in, half out.
Yeah.
So you just hit in Discord.
I think I got stuck. You know what? I got stuck in a window last week. I don't want to get stuck in a window this week.
You've got a reputation to uphold.
I'm going to leave it there.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yes, you will be through. You're just going to take you a little bit of time. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
Fucking Ada. In fact, I've got the perfect opportunity with this little box here.
It's to scale. Dom.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up the Captain Hardy's rifle, possibly.
He did actually have the pistol, but it's damaged. So
is that? I was just looking at his character sheet. He had an HP 35.
Yeah, that's his pistol.
As a pistol, is it? Okay. Yeah. I have no idea what HP 35 is. It sounded like some sort of a rifle or a submachine gun or something. So okay, right. So I can't pick up his gun.
Yeah. No, it's damaged.
Right. Okay. Well, my crossbow. Let's have a look at that very quickly. It's got a range of 4, right? Which is 4 hexes. Is that right?
That's 4 hexes. And if you double that, then that's medium range. If you double it again, it's long range. If you double it again, it's extreme.
So that person's at like the 10th hex away from me. So that's like 3. That's like what did you say? Extreme range.
Extreme range.
So what does that mean for hitting the?
So that's gonna be -3 to your.
Fucking hell. Okay, I don't have any any points in range combat. I do have a D12 for agility though, but that does mean it goes down from a D12 to a D6.
6. Yeah.
And this. I don't think I'm going to waste a crossbow bolt on that. So I'm probably going to be looking at just keeping my head down. I don't think I'm going to... Well, okay. let's put it this way: if I try and run to the no, forget. You know, I'm not a hero character. I'm not the kind of person to go like taking chances necessarily. I think in this case, if it's not going to turn out well for Captain Hardy, I'm gonna be the first to retreat. So
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna try and maneuver myself to the other side of Captain Hardy and kind of peek around the corner and just keep an eye on the sniper if I can.
That's easy enough to do. If you want to make a recon roll for me.
Yep. Recon is D10 plus D8. So let me do that very quickly. Just remember how I do two of them together. Just put them next to each other.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Nice.
Amazing. So as you peer around the corner, you can see that the sniper is moving slightly and just kind of goes back into the underbrush.
Okay.
And disappears from view.
We hardly knew ye.
Okay. I'll relay that to Angel.
Okay.
Sniper's gone back. Sniper's melted into the trees. I can't see him anymore.
Fuck.
I hear that.
Yeah, you can hear that. Because there's no massive amounts of gunshots or anything. You know, you've got the sound of some of the people speaking Polish, but you can actually hear the others over them. So yeah, you do know that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Captain Hardy's just laying there, kind of being treated. So it's back to you, Leo.
So since I heard that Dom was saying that he couldn't see anymore the sniper, I'm trusting his good roll. No, I'm just trusting that he seems to be a good scout.
Yep.
So I'm gonna lay prone, and then, you know, since this rifle has a scope, I'm gonna try to see if I'm gonna put the scope, the rifle in between the rubble, kind of taking some cover position, and try to kind of see if I see something on the on the forest.
Yeah. Okay. If you can make a recon roll for me as well, please. And you'll get +2 to it because you're using the scope.
Okay, so that means recon I have nothing. Oops.
See, recon has nothing, so that's
so
fine.
Intelligence I have a D8, so that means I get a D12.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D12. And I get 2 successes.
Very nice. So yes, you can make out some movement. Just a little bit further on up. It looks like the sniper is trying to move up the tree line to get a better shot.
Fuck.
And you can just make out him moving through the tree line.
Okay. So I guess I'm done, right?
Yeah. So that's your action. To kind of
yeah, a question for you. So I can take, if I remember correctly, I could next turn take aim. So that would be a fast action.
Yeah, so you need to do a fast action to shoot, but who wants a new rule? That's really handy. So you can take what they call an Overwatch action, which means that you can look in a cone area just in front of you. You don't do anything else. You will act on anyone's initiative, which means you get to do a surprise, I guess. And so if you do see him and he decides to do something, you can go before him and you can shoot him.
So can I do it now or not this turn?
Technically you can, I guess. Well, no, you've done a recon roll, so that's the only thing you can do. So you say that you're going to go on to Overwatch. That'll be the only thing you do, but it just means that you have to, it takes your full 2 actions. It takes you the fast action because you obviously have to aim, and you have to shoot. So that is your 2 things. So you go on Overwatch, and as soon as you see him again, you can shoot him.
But not now. So I'm not
this turn because you've used the skill. So that's your slow action.
That makes sense. Very good. Okay.
So yeah, as long as he moves, you'll be able to shoot him next turn.
Yes.
We might see a crit roll coming.
But then my new specialty, Grant, basically I don't get any pluses on this. It's only assault rifles and SMGs. No,
That's
this is, I
correct.
guess, it's a marksman or
It does
sniper.
indeed. That's correct. So
Very good.
you don't get the bonus there, but you get the bonus +2 for being a sniper rifle.
Yes.
I assume that Adam has wandered off, and we're waiting to get him back.
Oh yeah, he's disconnected.
He has. So if you want, we can. We'll wait a second for him to come back.
You're saying let me back in.
Should we?
Hold on. Just join the link.
And do we want to put that out to the audience?
Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. So apologies for all the messed up video feed right now. The joys of using Zoom. If somebody drops off, then it redesigns the. There's a way I can actually. I've been meaning to kind of play with it a bit to try and get this a bit more stable, but I didn't have time for this stream, so we'll do it for a future one. It would mean a little bit lower quality video feeds for everyone in the stream, but. What was that, Tony?
No. I didn't know there was a solution for this because it's basically with Google Meet or any other solution. It's always the same.
So what you do is if I shrink the so currently Zoom is full screen, and if I was to reduce it to a tall vertical window, it lines everyone up vertically like this, and that way if somebody drops off, then the like things just kind of jump up and down a little bit. And they don't reshuffle like puzzle pieces, which is what's currently happening. And if we know who's got a bad connection, we can make sure that they join last. So if they drop off, then they're just kind of popping in and out, and they don't really mess up the tier order.
Very smart.
Anyway. I want to try it, but it does mean that the video feeds are much smaller. So when I'm pulling them into our streaming software, it's lower resolution. So that's the kind of trade-off. But we've been having lots of connection issues, so I think it's a trade-off worth investing in. So
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about this, everyone who's listening.
Yeah, that might have having problem with the internet apparently.
I'm just gonna see if I can find those Overwatch rules for you.
That would be nice.
In case
we
anyone
can
wants
discuss
to.
that.
So it's a fast action. You can assume an Overwatch position in a specified direction as long as you have ranged weapon and there are no enemies in your hex. Similarly to cover, Overwatch must be directed to a specific field of fire. So that's your field of fire.
But how do you define the cone actually?
And
Because
so it must
what is
be,
the angle?
yeah, so covering 3 sides of your hex per the diagram, which unfortunately we don't have any diagrams yet. But I'm sure it'll look great when the book's finished. What would normally happen is then an Overwatch marker was placed underneath your counter. So between now and your next turn, as long as you haven't done anything else, you can choose to fire your weapon against a target in your chosen direction. You can fire whenever you want in the round, breaking the initiative order. Your shot is resolved before all other actions, even if they are already declared.
Very nice.
There's a few rules here. So
Kind of very powerful though, no?
it is. I mean, I guess it means if you're waiting with your rifle, you're not doing anything else, you're concentrating. If anyone comes into your field of fire or does something, you can own. That's the thing. That's the only thing you can do. It counts as a normal aimed ranged attack, which is a slow action. Therefore, you must save your slow actions in the round to be able to make the Overwatch attack. You can only make 1 Overwatch attack per round. So to lose Overwatch, you keep your Overwatch position as long as you do nothing but shoot in the direction that you chose. If you perform any other action, then you lose Overwatch. And you also lose Overwatch if you're attacked in close combat, you suffer any kind of damage, or if you're suppressed. So if you're obviously waiting there and someone shoots you from another angle and they suppress you, you lose Overwatch because you just duck behind cover.
I understand. But in a way you could keep it indefinitely. You can just stay there.
Yeah,
Like
until something happens. Yeah. Just every round you'd be saying, I'm going to keep
Overwatch.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, but that's quite powerful because then you can keep somebody, let's say now I stay in Overwatch and we could have people like flanking the position, for example.
Yeah. So that from what I've seen the rules, especially with things like the suppression and the movement, if you added all these together, I'm sure that if you thought about it and you had any actual combat experience, then yeah, I'm sure it would make sense to you, and it does seem to make sense. So one person can hold people suppressed, one person can be on Overwatch in two different directions, and you'd have people flanking, taken from the sides. So if you're a lone gunner, then you're in a bit of trouble against the squad.
So Fenhorn said in chat, technically you need to save your slow action for the round in order to be in Overwatch.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to do anything this round.
Yeah. Which I think is the same how it works in Coriolis and Alien and all the others.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's also you risk your slow action.
Yep.
To stay in in Coriolis it's not actions, it's action points, but you have to like reserve a number of action points to use later. But yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's standard year zero rule nowadays, which is true. It's also in the OGL as well. I've seen there's an Overwatch rule.
Do we have that in Basin?
Vaesen is very Vaesen has combat rules, but I'm not 100% sure it has as many actions as the kind of crunchier games. It's definitely an Alien, Coriolis, and Twilight 2000, so they're the kind of more combat heavy games.
I guess it's proper ranged combat with.
I don't think Forbidden Lands has. No, Forbidden Lands doesn't have it because I know people have asked about holding actions and things. But yeah, it's in the OGL now, so kind of the assumption is if you've got a combat heavy game, especially if it has ranged weapons, so the kind of more modern stroke sci-fi stuff. Makes sense.
So you just wait a couple more minutes for Adam. If not,
we'll just carry on. If he'll jump back in. I've kind of fixed the video a little bit, so if he jumps back in, I can get it hopefully back up and running fairly quickly. So
sure.
We'll give him one more minute. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. He's doing a full router reset. He's just said so. His internet's kind of fucked up. So he lives in shared housing, so I know maybe his roommate is like downloading something. And now he's reset the router, so it's, you might be in fisticuffs soon. We'll see.
If there's anyone in chat who wants to know anything, any kind of clarifications of anything from the last 3 sessions, I can answer something, or we can answer something.
And the armor rules didn't change because they were already changed on the second session.
Yes.
I don't know if they changed anything else.
So they have changed.
Well,
the way
it's quite a new mechanic, so I can see it needing a lot of tweaking.
So there is a new mechanic for that. So in the first session we had that suppression rules, which was in the very first iteration of it. That doesn't work anymore, so you can't just suppress the square or the hex anymore. So like you did in the very first action, that's something that doesn't happen anymore. But what happens now is when you roll to hit, if there are other people in the hex on your ammo dice, if any of those get successes, they would also suppress others. So you can actually, for every extra ammo dice that got a success or got a hit, you could then aim that one at one other person that's in a hex. So you can effectively walk your fire. So you'd shoot your two main dice, your ranged combat dice would hit the person you're targeting, and then your other dice you'd spent on. It's the same way for like full auto. So obviously, the more ammo dice you spent, the more likely are that you're going to suppress other people. And even if you fail on your roll to hit the person that you were trying to hit, but you got successes on your ammo dice, you would still suppress them.
But then it's a suppression action. You need to say, I'm suppressing, shooting at this guy, or is it just whenever I shoot?
No. So when you shoot, if you've got extra ammo dice, you can then just say, I'm going to also shoot at this person next to them and this person next to them. The only rule they have is that you can't do that to someone that's harder to hit. So if you've got, the example they use is if you've got a guy standing up in your hex that you shoot at, but there's somebody standing behind cover, you wouldn't be able to hit the person behind cover because it's harder to hit him because he's got more modifiers.
Yeah, Fernhorn is also asking something.
Sure.
So with a quick action, you can move to hexes. Can you choose to do that twice in a round?
So before we were doing was we were saying we could do that in twice in a round, but actually it's been clarified now for the movement, which is not how it works now. We were kind of doing that because it wasn't quite fully realized. And I'll just get the
well, we weren't moving more than 2.
Yeah,
no,
we had to roll.
We were just doing that because
we're using the mobility roll to move the second
exactly.
for free.
Yeah, so,
but what's the ruling for if you've moved the two hexes and you want to move more? Can you?
So this is it. In a single fast action, you can run 2 hexes without rolling any dice. Great, that's your standard fast action. To move further, you need to make a mobility roll. For each success you roll, you can move an additional hex. If you fail to roll, you move no further. If you make a misstep, you fall. So if you make a mishap, you fall.
Mishap is when you get 2 1s on your 2 dice.
Yes, you get 2
or
ones
1
successes.
if you're only rolling 1. If you're only rolling 1, you get a 1.
If you haven't got the skill, So and so that then becomes, because you're then making the roll, that becomes a slow action because it's an actual skill roll.
Yeah, Fenhorn's just confirming. I mean, normally in year 0 you can do 2 fast actions instead of 1 slow and 1 fast. It's kind of the same here, but they are actually specifying a double move action does require that mobility roll, and the amount you can move is dependent on how many successes you get. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. And I believe I don't think you can push it. I'm not 100% sure if you can.
John Mead has asked if there are any recoil mechanics. I don't think there are.
There are no recoil mechanics at the moment, anyway.
Yeah, not yet. Anyway, yeah.
But all weapons are. If you just take a fast action, if you don't take a fast action to aim, you're at -2 to shoot your weapons. So I guess it's taken into account that if you're actually going to shoot your weapon, you would stop, aim, fire, as opposed to
stabilize
the old rock and roll kind of thing.
Yeah, if I was in an FPS, that would be the hip shooting, no? That you don't pull out, like on regular FPS games, that you're like, this is somebody popping out.
Which obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure any professional soldier would never do that.
No professional. Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's true that, for example, in other games there is a recoil mechanic. Remember Shadowrun? They have a recoil mechanic. Nobody probably played Shadowrun. I don't know.
And in the old editions of Twilight, there was recoil modifiers.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question from John. Well, we'll answer this question, and I think we'll crack on. We'll wait and
that makes sense.
And then Adam will join when he joins. What about if you get multiple positive modifiers and your base dice would theoretically rise above D12?
No, T12 is the highest you can go. So what you would do is if you've got 2 skills, you would basically go up to a D12 on 1, and then the next dice would go up to a D12. Once you've got to 2 D12s, that's the maximum you would roll. There's nothing else.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. They kept it fairly simple for that.
If you've got no skill, but your positive modifiers, but let's say you're at a D12 for your... So, for example, my agility, right? Dom has an agility of D12, has no skill in ranged weapons. So if I was trying to shoot a ranged weapon and I aimed, right, which gives me a bonus?
No,
it removes the negative bonus.
Yes.
But there's other modifiers that might come into play. Would that then give me some second skill dice?
Yes, it would. Okay. So you would then get a D6 or a D8.
Yeah. So that's what happens. So you can go from having no skill dice to introducing a skill dice, but once those 2 dice are up to D12, then that's the maximum. So there's a cap on what you can roll.
And I think there is a generic thing. You normally go up to a maximum of +3 or -3. So you wouldn't sort of like have all these massive amounts of modifiers.
So if you had if you're really good at something like D12 and D10, then maybe that might come into play. But okay, looks like Adam's come back just in time.
Thank you, Adam, for saving me.
Let me just get you back in position.
Well, there is another question from Femhorn.
I think John is the one that I was thinking about.
Femhorn is asking, so if Dom gets a shotgun and shoots a bard in close range, he will get both die.
Yeah.
It's not a question.
That's not a question.
I'd like to think everyone does.
If I have to make a roll for that, then I'm gonna rage quit.
Me too.
Okay, right, it's connected.
Right.
Oh, sorry. What? Something just happened. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. An impromptu
All
Q&A session.
Very good, bravo.
This is where I get an email from Free League saying, "No, you got it all wrong."
All right. Cool.
Right.
Let's
okay.
crack on.
So, you haven't missed anything, Adam.
Yes, sorry about that. Very,
It's not a
very
problem.
unusual. Total party kill on my signal.
Okay.
Thankfully, very unusual. I know what it is. It's the Sam Hain edition of the show, the Halloween edition, and I'm
yeah.
also wearing an extremely evil shirt. So I think that's
Excellent.
what's done it. Apologies, I should have known better.
Well, Angel has spent this round continuing to treat Captain Hardy. So, Viv, it's your turn. You've managed to get back into the building, or gone into the building now.
Where is our friend in the trees?
Well, he apparently may have
Where's the
moved.
sniper? Do we know?
It's
He's
on the
moved.
map. Yeah,
Okay.
you'll be able to see him on the map. To the southwest, so bottom left.
I see. Have we got have we got a plan of any kind? Or we're just gonna crouch here
I'm
all
not sure
day?
who you asking.
Everybody, the room.
Shout.
Well, I'm trying to get him. You see me prone on the floor with a kind of an old rifle with a scope
Okay.
that I took from the dead guy. Just trying to get a hit on this. Maybe you can. Well, I don't know if I can say much more than this though. But
No, that's you can say a couple of short words. Now.
you see how nice I am. I'm even asking you, man.
I've not got a lot of capabilities. I'm not, can I help any of my fellows? Question to Matt and Tony. I
So-
can't really get at him with any of my weaponry.
Well,
no,
you're in the
so-
house now, and
Well, now in
there's-
the house. They're all outside the
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
apart from Leo.
I mean, the thing
Okay.
to do is you're there to support Leo, I guess. Now.
Yeah. Okay. How how may I support you, Leo?
Can I answer?
So you could ask to spot for Leo, so you could find a hole, crack in the side of the building, and kind of try and spot the sniper.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
is that
that's
recon?
good.
Yep, so that'd be a recon roll.
So he will be helping me. I will get a plus something.
Yeah,
My
so,
Overwatch.
yeah, so you'd be able to sort of like
That's
tap
me.
over so you-
I'm a big cartoon character with a gun.
Like Roger Rabbit.
That's a recon, right?
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a D10 and a D8.
Nice.
Not bad.
So my phone's still a bit shell shocked. Bear with me.
Oh my god, the tension. It's killing me. Do
I
something.
got one success.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see him. I'll just show you on the map. He's been moving up the actual tree line, and you following him. So between the two of you, you can see where he's moving. He doesn't seem to have a ghillie suit or anything like that on. So you can clearly see that he's just using the bushes and the trees to kind of.
What is he wearing?
It looks like a Russian uniform.
Okay.
You think it's a good bet. Okay, so Dom.
He's not aiming at us right now. He's just moving, right?
He's moving. Yeah. So you can just make out movement as he's.
I'm
kind of-
gonna. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna make a run for it. For this disabled like this burnt out tank or whatever it is.
Okay, so you're gonna run through the.
So I can move 2 here, and then I want to try and move like roll for mobility to see how close I can get to this
Okay,
tank.
so,
I want to end up here, right?
So mobility. Let's have a look.
I'm really great at mobility. It's like my
so-
my best trait. So hopefully, I should be able to pull this off.
Right. So for your viewing pleasure, everyone, I've got a little. I'm gonna highlight this for you, Matt, to just follow. There is a set of terrain types.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Aha.
Looking at it now, yeah.
Yep. So you hope it's shallow water anyway. So it's going to take you. It's going to take you the full slow action regardless. So,
Okay. Right.
Yeah, but you're going to try and just dive through it as much as you can.
I'm gonna try and get to this tank. So I'm gonna hit the water with a slow action, right?
Yeah.
Or with my fast action, and it's gonna be a slow action, I guess, to kind of move across it.
Yeah. So because you're going to try and make the roll, it's going to be a slow action.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just need to make
All
some
right.
successes. So at the moment you'll be about there.
Yeah. Sure. That's the kind of 2 hexes getting to the edge of the water.
Yeah.
All right. 3
Make a
successes.
mobility roll. 3 successes. Excellent. So you can actually, it's a slow action, so you can actually
Just get to the other side like that.
You just dive. Hope that it's shallow water, and it is. It's actually sort of more like a ditch rather than a river.
Yep. All right.
And you manage to get to the embankment, so that puts you down below the actual road. So you can actually see this is the section here. There's a small bridge underneath. And you
So I'm down. I've gone downriver a bit, have I?
So no. You're up where you were.
Oh right. Okay.
But as you run across, you can see in this here.
Sure. Right. That's like it's like a little embankment which goes under the road.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there is actually.
It's good to know. I can go
else.
run and hide behind it if I need to.
Yeah. So there is actually someone there.
Or under it. There's someone there. Fuck.
I'm just going to put them there.
Maybe they're nice.
It's another one of those. It looks very similar to the other guy. He's he looks like just a looter.
Okay.
And he's, as you kind of run, you basically run across. You look across, and you can see he's down. He's hunkered down, mostly from all the gunshots. He's got like a little machine gun or something, and he's just kind of like there. And obviously, you run across, run through the water, and hit the embankment. And he's looking over at you. And you're looking over at him at the end of your turn.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
He looks like a looter. He's got a stripy shirt, a domino mask, and a suspicious look.
Yes. So I'm just gonna pull an initiative card. Okay. He's acting on 7. Leo.
So I'm gonna go in, Overwatch. Just
Yep.
waiting for this guy to pop his head.
So he's moving, so you can actually shoot him.
Okay, it's fun time.
He seems to have like stopped for a second, moved slightly forward to kind of aim his rifle out. And you can see him. So
Agility D10 and range compact D10. Do I have anything else?
so the range of your rifle
6.
is 14.
14 on this one. Yeah, Suppression.
Which puts him within short range because you've got the scope.
Yeah.
So you just make a straight roll.
Okay. So D10.
You also get to add a D6 for the ammo dice.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll now the D6. So I got 3 successes already.
Nice.
Plus D6, 0.
Okay, well that's fine. So for everyone's happiness who's watching, you've just scored a crit on him.
Yes!
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Bye.
So let's get out the old crit table, huh?
Dun, dun, dun. Right.
Da, 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 da.
First crit of the game.
Fun.
It is indeed. Critical injuries. Here we go. So, first of all, could you roll me a? In fact, I've got a to hit dice roll here. Okay, you've hit him in the arm. So if you could please roll me a d10.
Sure. 2, just a 2, so no success.
No. So what I'm doing is I'm just rolling to see what type of critical you hit.
Okay, so a 2.
So you've done three hit capacity to him, and you've also slashed his forearm, which means that unfortunately it's not a lethal wound, but he is now -2.
Can you just walk? Can you just walk through
Sure.
how that's like what you've how you've worked that out?
Okay, right. So first things first. Every weapon has a crit rating, similar to some of the other Free League games. And so the details on this crit is that it's a 2. So as soon as you do more damage than the crit rating, you get to roll on the crit roll.
More successes, you mean?
Yeah, more successes.
Yeah.
The way it works is if you double your crits, so if the crit rating of this weapon is 2, if you got 4 successes, then you would do a more severe crit, and so it would just work that way. So if you got 3 times as much, you would have that. So you'd actually do quite a lot of damage to someone. But in this case, you've just done a straightforward critical hit. And so I've got a crit table in front of me, which again is work in progress, and I've just seen it. So you roll a d10 to determine what type of crit that would be. And like some of the other games, it's divided into head, torso, legs, arms, then
So
mental.
the D10 is the hit location.
So there, in the actual game, there will be a d6 with a hit location on. I think there's
D12.
an actual
D12.
d12. I thought it was d6.
In the Kickstarter, it was a D12, I think. But
Okay. I sort of okay. So
might
whatever
have
the
been
dice,
decent.
I guess they'll
yeah,
figure it out to be.
yeah.
That'll determine where the actual attack would hit, and then the injury tables are 1 to 10, and usually 1 being the least severe, 10 being the most severe. So in this case, if you'd have got a 10, you would have severed his arm, and he would have died. So in this case, you've slashed his forearm, you probably hit his rifle, and the ricochet has slashed up his shooting arm.
I've been corrected in chat. I just went and looked on the Kickstarter page as well. It definitely is a D6 for the hit location, not a D12.
Okay.
Apologies.
Everyone's like, no, what are you talking about?
D6, shut the fuck up.
There are patently 6 areas of the human body.
Who could have thought?
So,
Legs, hair, ears.
So congratulations, Tony, on getting the first crit of the game.
Yes.
Everyone's like, oh, but it's not big enough.
Well done.
Yes, I was expecting something more gory.
But on top of that, because you hit him, he has to make a coolness under fire roll or be suppressed,
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
which is helpful. And he is suppressed.
Amazing, guys. I don't know what you think, but
So yeah, nicely done. So
You're proving your worth to this little
look at this,
survival company.
I'm good at
For
rolling
this
dice.
traveling shambles.
Yeah.
You get an extra spoonful of peaches or what? mystery orange, mystery orange tinned thing.
yeah,
You
that
have
was
an
the one.
extra spoonful of cod liver oil and a pat on the tummy for being a good boy.
Okay, so I guess Angel has seen to Captain Hardy, and she is moving around the edge of the building with her assault rifle ready for action. Viv.
I want to. Is it practical? Is sound going to travel if I try and shout to our aggressor?
It would
Or
do.
am I too far away?
Well, you're technically about
It's about 90 meters.
100 meters, 90 meters. So yeah.
Football pitch.
Okay. I want to try a manipulation roll at a distance to try and stop him in his stop the sniper in their tracks, make them think again about their actions.
Okay.
It's like I'm trying to find as a person. I'm trying to take a higher path. Because, you know, she's lived a life. She's been in the Nick for 10 years. She's looking for a way of life away from violence.
Yep.
I want to try and rasp across the divide. And it's like, that sounded like it hurt, mate. It's gonna hurt all the more when our friends come in from the, and I don't know, north, south, east, west. What's like behind him, behind and to the side of him?
So that'd be the southwest or southeast. Pick one.
Southwest. So I want to make out like we've got friends coming in from the south, from the southeast.
Okay. So I'm just going to highlight on the on GTOV how to resolve trying to bluff someone. So it's an opposed manipulation roll. I'm going to ask you that interesting question. Do you speak Russian?
Yeah, I think we established that I do.
Yep. Okay.
I've lived out here for a while.
That's fine.
Was it Polish or Russian?
We're in Poland at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think we established that you, because you were in a Polish prison, I think we established you could speak Polish.
Polish is fine.
Yeah. And speak a particular dialects as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think we covered Russian.
That's fine. Well, you can try because I mean, you can kind of.
He might speak English
vaguely...
or Polish.
Yep, that's true.
I'll try and speak in Polish because that's more likely. I think
yes.
this figure will be aware of this. So
if you make a manipulation roll for me, and
it's
your
a D6
modifier,
in empathy.
Yep.
And a D6 in manipulation.
So I'm going to give you some modifiers for that.
Okay.
You're going to get a +1 because there are more of you than him.
Okay.
He's just suffered some damage, so he gets another +1. So he gets another +1. Well, sorry, so you get another.
This is the thing. I feel like this person would be more well disposed to an olive branch than he would have been a minute ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a +3 for that.
Okay. Let's see whether or not I fuck it up.
So your D6 turns to a D8, D10.
Oh, is it D6?
No,
too quick, Adam. Too quick.
Oh, too quick on the roll there.
The +3 is the +3
That was
is
premature then.
You go up from a D6 to a D12.
What?
So you get a D12.
So just roll a D12 on its own.
D12.
Just a
your
D12.
manipulation?
The D6 will say.
Yep.
There we go. That's a success then. Oh, you got to roll it's an imposed roll, isn't it?
Yep. Okay. Yes, you scream at that. He definitely doesn't shoot. He's basically in the brush. You can't see him. So you think your words probably had some effect on him because he's definitely not doing anything. The fact that he's been shot probably helps quite a bit.
I turned to my fellows and like, I either got through to him or he's fucking dead.
All right.
Dom, that leaves you.
Okay, I'm gonna run under the embankment. I'm gonna continue towards this looter I've seen.
Yep. Towards the looter.
So like here.
Call out if you get into trouble, honey.
As I'm running, I'm gonna be like, in Polish, I'm gonna say, I'm not a threat. We're trying to hit that sniper in the trees.
Okay. He's kind of just. Are you trying to like bluff him, or are you just trying to like just be genuine and?
I'm trying to be genuine. Like,
yeah.
I'm getting undercover where he is, so like he can help me. Like we can both.
Okay.
My plan is that like we can kind of coordinate ourselves because I'm a kid, he's not, so it's like, you know. I'm not so convinced I can kill a person.
No.
But he can because he's an adult.
As soon as you run towards him, he's kind of shaking and he's got this little machine gun in his hand. And he's like, sort of like nodding his head. But he's still like stuck behind this little pillar on the other side of the ditch.
What's it? You said he's got a submachine gun.
He's got a little submachine gun, yeah.
But like, do you want me to shoot that? And I hold my hand out like that.
You can see he's just really, really clutching it.
Okay. I'll happily spend the rest of my turn just kind of like trying to negotiate with this guy to give me a submachine gun. Can I roll to try and do that?
Yeah, sure. Same thing as before.
I want to be nice to him though. I don't want to try and like.
You're trying to manipulate him, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
So it's your empathy, and it's still manipulation. So
okay, it's just in case that like the failure state from manipulation is they lash out, which is I guess makes sense. It makes sense in this instance. Yep. So I might be pushing the roll here. Because I don't want to get shot by someone who's lost their cool. All right, so
if you want to, we'll make it a straight roll for you.
Okay. Pushing would give me some stress, right? It
would give you some
What's my maximum stress right now?
Your maximum stress is 4, but you're down to 3 at the moment.
Right. Okay. So do it that way. That's fine. All right. So here we go. Nothing. I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
Still nothing.
Now, no ones, no.
No ones. No, I got a 2 and a 4, and then we rolled and it was a 4 and a 2. So pretty sure.
Yeah. So you kind of like try like, just give me the gun, mate. Just give me the gun. And he's like, no. He's keeping hold of that gun. But he doesn't lash out at you. But okay. He's just not being cooperative at all.
Okay. And my stress goes down, or I take some stress because I'm kind of like, don't fucking shoot me, mate.
Yeah. You're like,
yeah, not a great situation to be in.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna quickly nip to the loo. You keep going.
Sure, no problem.
Right.
It's their go. I'm gonna roll for coolness on the fire roll. Right. So, Leo.
So, do I still see the guy?
No, he's gone to ground. You when you're looking through the scope, you can just make out the rifle that he had, but it's on its side, and you can see a massive. Well, from where you are, you can see it's obviously been splintered on the rifle stock, where your round has probably gone into it.
Okay, so I just reload the gun.
Yep.
I will keep Overwatch, and I will tell Beep, do you fancy going and checking this guy out? I will cover you.
Viv, fancy a bit of a run into the open where a potential sniper is?
Why not? Why ever bloody not?
God, you're slightly unhinged.
Slightly.
How dare I?
Would I have heard young Dom? He kind of bargaining with the guy down in the ditch.
Do you know what? Make a roll me d6.
Okay.
Tell me if you get a success.
No success.
No success. No, with the gunshot that was happening, you know he's in the ditch, but you don't know what he's doing or where he is. So.
Okay. I might. Is it cheeky to go for another manipulation roll?
You probably don't think. Well, you could try.
I think I've managed to stop this person in their tracks momentarily. Now I want to see if I can get them to come hither. I want to call out. I want to take the little rusty spoon that I've been eating my rations with and just tap it on the side of one of my tins of anonymous matter that we've been eating from, and I'd
Right.
say, look, I don't want to hurry your decision, but grub's up in half an hour. Boy.
If you could please make another manipulation roll, but this time you're at -2.
Oh, okay. So is that
things have changed for him.
D6?
So you had 2d6, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, actually, you don't get anything, so it's not going to make any difference.
Okay.
So the 6 reduces to 0, and the other 6 reduces to 0.
Okay.
So, yeah, you think whatever you've said is pretty much said, and you don't know he's going to be doing anything more than that.
All right.
Oh
well.
So yeah, so you basically you shout at him and tell him to come out, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be having any effect to him.
It's not very effective.
While Dom is under the bridge, you can see that just out the corner of your eye on the left hand side, you can make out Angel. And Angel's going to make a run for the trees on the other side. Because, Charlotte's not here, so I can do what I will with her. So
You're the puppeteer.
If one of you could please make a agility roll for me.
I can. What do I need to roll?
Just a D8.
No success.
Okay. But she only runs the two hexes. And she kind of gets caught out in the road. Okay. Dom. Are you back?
I'm back. Yeah. Okay. Did Viv and Angel swap places?
Yeah. I just kind of in the meantime.
That's cool.
Viv shouted out in Polish to the person trying to get them to come out, but it didn't seem to have any effect.
Okay.
And Don is just Leo is just waiting to see what's going to happen.
I want to move to like the edge here of the embankment. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to see them because I'm gonna be like underground,
Below.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna go this way, kind of crawl up.
Yep.
Just so I'm kind of lying on my belly on the top, just so I can kind of see into the trees, kind of.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Sort of like a bit of cover.
So I'm kind of, yeah. And just kind of like, just try and do a recon to kind of see if I can get a good bead on the guy.
Okay, no problem.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I need to roll recon, but like, I just want to kind of keep an eye on
if you want to make a recon roll.
All right.
Leo, while you're sort of looking through your scope, you can see that the Dom's obviously come into your line of sight, almost practically underneath where your rifle will be pointing.
Yeah, so don't hit me, please.
Oops.
Don't roll a mishap. One success.
Okay. From where you are, you can't see any movement. He's obviously moved back into the tree line.
Okay.
And it's eerily very quiet.
Okay.
Leo.
I mutter, puto niño, in Spanish, and basically I just beep. Do you know how to use this rifle? I should know her, right? I should know that she probably knows how to shoot more or less.
Yeah, she knows how to fire weapons.
Okay, so I just pass her the gun, the marksman rifle.
Mm-hmm.
I take I guess my other gun was next to me, and I take a run to where Dom is, like fuckity fuck.
So you're just gonna run straight down the embankment.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying fuck all the way down there.
Well, you could get to the water's edge without having to make a roll. But if you want to get to the embankment where Dom is, you're gonna have to make a mobility roll.
Yeah, I will. So it's D10 and mobility is D8, I think. No, D6. So D10, D6.
Yeah, and it's just a straight roll for you.
One success.
Cool, excellent. So that one success takes you next to Dom, just below him actually. As he's standing higher up, looking over.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I hope Bip took the gun.
Mm-hmm. Well, you hope.
Well, I just pass it to her.
You just left it next to her and then kind of run. Angel runs across into the tree line on the other side. Viv. You're on mute.
Muted.
I said sorry, even though it was on mute. I was saying, what lies? What dreadful lies can I tell this time?
I gave you a marksman rifle. Use it. Give us cover, man.
What? Okay.
Just don't shoot us.
Yeah.
Not that you can.
I'd quite
not that I
like
can say
to
that.
see. I'd quite like to see where Dom has got to. I'm worried about the little fella.
Okay.
I'm kind of right in front of you, though. You should be able
Yeah,
to see me.
you saw me running towards Dom, saying fuck, 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 fuck.
So, you're going to pick up the World War II rifle, or are you going to
Yeah.
just?
I'll pick it up.
Okay. Are you going to use it with anything, or are you just going to?
I just want to hold on to it for now. I
Yeah,
don't trust
okay.
myself at this sort of distance.
Okay. Sure.
And can I try and follow after Leo?
Yeah, you can try and follow after Leo if you want. So you're going to effectively get to the bottom of the embankment, but you need to make a mobility roll to get across the water.
Okay.
Is he picking the rifle up from the ground though?
Yeah.
So that's
pick up
a
the rifle.
that's a two fast actions, right? One to pick
so
it
it's
up and one to run.
Yes, it's a fast action to run, but he's going to make a mobility roll, so that's fine. So that's going to be your full slow action.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D8 here. Any modifiers?
No, just a straight D8.
One success.
Excellent. You've all managed to get out of the house, and I'll just move you next to Leo.
That's been the story of this whole year.
Yeah, and when
Finally
he
managed to
sits,
get out of the house.
yeah, when she sits next to me, I look at her. What the fuck?
So both of you, as soon as you get into the water and you get to the embankment, you're very, very conscious that there is someone sitting on the opposite side of the embankment, under the bridge, with a small submachine gun,
Oh, okay.
kind of like jittering.
All right, Squire.
Dom.
God, I don't know what to do. I think at this stage, like, can I see the sniper?
No, he's gone in. So in reality, I should do this.
Yeah, okay. And hide the suppressed thing as well. But yeah, okay. I'm just gonna kind of whisper. I can't see him. I can't see him. I don't know what to do.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Fenhorn.
Yeah, it's fine.
I say, you do nothing. You stay put. I mean, are you crazy or what? ¿Estás loco? That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Is there anything you actually want to do, Dom, or just kind of?
I think I'm just gonna keep scouting, kind of, and not.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get up. I think it's way too dangerous to like get up. I'm not gonna try and move forward. I'm not gonna
Sure,
shoot.
just like poke your head up a little bit more.
No. I'm just basically lying there with my crossbow like in front of me, and just kind of like trying to stay as low as I can in case I see anything. Then maybe I can shoot my crossbow. But other than that, no.
Sure. Everything suddenly is very.
So
very
I'm actually
scary.
technically in Overwatch. Actually,
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
there we go.
That makes sense. Captain Hardy is slowly making his way around.
Oh, he's stable now, is he?
Yeah, he's stable now. He's not kind of like running anywhere quickly. He's just moving his way around.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And it's just back to you, Leo. Well, it's my turn actually. I lied. The guy with the submachine gun, he kind of looks at all three of you, and then proceeds to go through the bridge and out the other side, away from you.
Okay, good.
And you can hear him sort of like splashing through the bridge and making his way away from you. Yeah. So, Don. Considering that you're on Overwatch, you can see someone throw something out of the trees. Sort of lobbing it. You're on Overwatch, so you can shoot if you wish.
Shoot what? Shoot the thing in the air?
Your crossbow? Well, no. You're not going to shoot the thing in the air. Nice try.
I mean, how many crossbow bolts do I have?
So he's actually going to. So in theory, you can see he's about to throw something. So that's when you'd shoot. So actually, technically, if you got him, whatever he's holding would probably not go very far.
Fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. What was the range of your crossbow again?
4.
6 or 4.
4.
So yeah, so you're at -1.
Yeah.
To shooting your crossbow.
So that's my agility -1. I got agility D12, so that's a D10 I'm rolling.
Yep.
I don't get to roll any ammo die because it's a crossbow.
Yep.
So D10. Got a single success.
Okay, so you hit him. What is the crit of your crossbow?
Oh, it's more than 1.
Yeah.
It's 2. 3, in fact.
3. Okay, yeah.
Unless the stats have changed, but it'll be more than 1.
No, they're the same. Okay, yeah. So you shoot him. So he will be counted as suppressed if I don't pass my tools under fire roll, which I horrendously fail. So the thing that he was going to throw lands maybe the hex across. Nicely done, Leo.
And I'll shout out. I'll kind of not whisper, but I'll say as well. Got him! He was about to throw something.
Leo.
You know, I'm just overwhelmed because I wanted to shout to Beep, but now I also want to shout to Dom.
Yeah.
So I'm just torn between all these feelings. Honestly, I don't know what to do, who to shout to.
Don't shout at us. Shoot the fucker.
Like,
did you want to stand up and expose yourself and shoot over the thing, or are you quite happy to stay in cover where they can't see you?
well, I'm just a little bit like whatever, and I'm gonna stand up and look because basically Dom said that he shot at him, so I'm guessing the guy is exposed. So I'm like just stand up, aim in the direction I thought he was, and then go for it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure there's rules for standing up and stuff, but I don't know they are on the top of my head. So we'll just be very kind and say that you can do that. You can see the guy has obviously just been hit with, or just been grazed by a crossbow bolt, and so you can make him out. He's a little bit kind of like standing back in the foliage, so we'll give you a -1.
So basically, we'll negate my specialty.
Yeah.
Can you
so
put him
just
in
make
the unhide the token?
Yes, sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So
yes,
we'll.
just a standard roll.
Okay, so that's as usual. Agility D10,
Yep.
range combat D10.
And as many combat dice as you want to, as ammo dice as you
Ammo
want to
dice.
use.
How many can I use actually? Rate of fire. So I could even go 4. There's no negative thing to this, right? I can just
No,
losing
it's
ammo.
fine. You just use
Ah,
your
we-
ammo.
Just losing ammo.
Just ammo.
Who needs ammo, right?
Yeah.
Um. Okay, fine. I will use 1d6. It's
yeah.
always 1d6, I guess, no?
No, it can be up to your rate of fire on your weapon.
No, I know. But whenever you shoot, in principle, you should be. So if you don't declare that you're using one ammo,
No, then it would be
dice-
just 1d6. So you're just taking a very measured shot. So you could shoot 1 round or you could shoot 6 in that 10-second window. So obviously, if you want to add more, then that would determine how many extra rounds you'd be firing.
Okay, so it's just D10, D10, D6.
Okay, so nice and straightforward and simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 successes, no success on the ammo. I don't know
Okay.
if that makes a difference. I don't remember.
No, that's fine. So what is the critical rating of your rifle?
2.
2. So you've hit him for 2. Guess what? It's another critical hit.
Yeah.
This guy's on fire.
So tell you what, I'll roll the where you hit him.
My head.
That's a headshot. So if you could roll me a d10.
That might be fun.
Roll high. Roll high.
Hi.
Oh.
What did you get?
6.
6. You shot me in the eye.
I'm so sorry.
That'll do it. So
Yeah,
as he's
that'll
gone to throw whatever he was going to throw, it's kind of landed short in front of him. He's taken a crossbow round into his clothing and kind of like started to stagger back. You've kind of like popped up, fired. So what was the D6 again?
It was no success, but the
no, but how
number, it was a 5 actually.
It was a 5. So you fired 5 rounds. And one of those rounds caught him off the side of the eye socket and knocked him out. I think it's safe to say that he's probably dead.
I see probably him falling, right? I probably
yeah,
see where I shot
Just
him.
goes back, yeah. Yeah, you shot him high. A couple of the other rounds kind of hit around the tree, but yeah, you saw him hit in the head. Nice.
So I keep well, I don't know. So we continue or
Yeah.
get out of initiative? I don't know.
No, don't be silly.
Obviously, I love it.
You can't see where Angel's gone. Angel's running around in the bushes somewhere. You can then it's Viv. So
I comment first of all to Leo. Don't you think Angel sounds different this week? Like she's got a cold, maybe.
sorry, I don't have any red hair to.
Is the chap who we found under the bridge dead now?
No, he's moving away from you. From where you are, you can just actually. Leo's probably stood up a bit closer, so you've got a clear line of sight of the guy basically running away from you down the ditch along the water south as quick as their legs can carry them.
Am I within? Is that? Would you say that was 2 hexes in between us, or is that a bit more?
That's 3 hexes in between you.
Okay, so it's not practical for me to like try and chase down the fleeing.
You could, but the fleeing person does have a submachine gun on them.
You've got a gun in your hands.
Yes, I do,
And you've got a rifle in your hands.
and I've got both my eyes
You do have both your eyes.
intact. I don't know.
You could
am I
make a
willing to-
mobility roll to get to them.
I mean, you've got
Yeah.
training in ranged weapons, so you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a much better chance of hitting him than I do, for example.
Well, Why don't I try? I don't want to kill this person. This seems like a person who's fallen on desperate circumstances, and I'm like, I wrote the book on desperate circumstances. I want to try to fire to incapacitate. Can I try and get him in the legs?
Bullets don't really, well,
you can leg shot, I guess. Can
you
you
could
call
go
shots?
for you can go for an aim shot. It'd be -2 to hit him in the leg.
Okay, I'll do that.
So that would take your D8. That make your D8 like go, and you'd just be rolling a single D8.
Yeah.
1d8. Okay.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Hey, it's better than dead. That's my new motto.
Uh-huh.
That's not my new motto.
Kind of hard to survive.
No
with.
successes, unfortunately.
So no successes. So you you kind of bring up the rifle. He's moving. It's an optical skirt.
It's like this.
And you fire, and your round goes wild. You also get to roll a d6. Sorry.
Shit.
Adam, if you could also roll a d6.
Yep.
It's not only it's not a bolt action rifle.
It is
No
a bolt action
success
rifle.
again.
Is there
that was a 1. But you've got ranged combat, haven't you?
Yeah, he does.
Range
Yeah,
combat,
that's
yes.
Yeah, it's fine. So it's not a mishap.
So there's a question from the chat, which is the
Sure.
bad guy failed coolness under fire multiple times.
Yeah.
Is there any cumulative effect to that, or does he just use
no.
one round of actions
So you miss that round of actions, and if you have to make another coolness under fire round
to be able to act?
So
Right.
effectively, until they make their coolness under fire roll,
Yeah.
or they're not being shot at, and they've got an action free of not being harassed by anyone, they would still be suppressed.
Yeah. There you go, John. Okay.
Cool. So then, Dom.
I'm gonna reload my crossbow, which I guess
Yep.
is gonna be a slow action, fast action. I don't know.
It's a good question.
I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna reload and
Reload. That's fine.
I'm not gonna move.
We'll call it a fast action.
Doesn't matter really. I can't really take
Nope.
Overwatch or anything, so
Nope.
without
Okay.
aiming. That's me, nice and easy.
Right. And so it's the end of the action, the end of the round, and just here, a large explosion goes off.
As if like a grenade type of explosion.
It's a
perhaps.
grenade.
Oh, interesting that.
Happy days. So this grenade for explosions has. So I'll just explain grenades because while we're here, the grenade has every grenade has a blast power very similar to stats. So it's sort of like a D12 to D6. And so for a frag grenade, it's 2d8. So I'd roll 2d8 to see whether or not I'd get any successes. There is a sort of a blast radius as well, which is actually the radius around it. But because none of you are nearby, you guys are fine. But the person that obviously threw it is within the blast radius. And the way that works is you just reduce the damage dice per hex. So in this hex, it would have been D8s. Because he's a hex behind, it's D6s. So I just roll 2d6.
One question, but this is not the guy I shot.
This is the guy you shot.
Ah.
I'm just kind of for interest's sake. There were no successes, so obviously, even though he was within the blast radius, didn't actually take any damage. And so the explosion went off. If there was more of you, obviously it would hit multiple of you. But yeah, so it went off, and there was a large explosion. Right, so back to Leo.
So I crouch down and I look at Beep. Let me understand this clearly. I told you to give us cover. What the fuck are you doing here?
Viv, you can reply.
I am merely vibing.
You guys are crazy. This is not serious. This is not professional, you know. Professional.
Hey, I hit him with my crossbow. What more do you want?
I say to Leo, if we were a musical act, what name do you think we'd have?
I don't know, man. I don't know music. What is this? I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Just thinking out loud.
That's great. Yeah, I quite like that. You guys are just spending this round, kind of like giving this backwards and forward thing.
It's a clash of
In cover.
personalities.
I'm crouched down. Yes, I'm like, what the fuck?
Motley Crue's a suggestion.
Yeah.
I like that.
I had good thought about that one.
Perfect.
That's a good one.
So, Leo, back to you again.
Okay. Like, okay, let's do this right now. Beep, you're gonna take, the rifle. You're gonna sit here and cover me. Dom, don't fucking move.
I'm in Overwatch. That's fine. I'll just nod. I'm just looking. I've reloaded. I'm just looking down this.
Yep.
Down the.
Okay, so I'm gonna. What I'm gonna do is move along the path of the river down with my gun.
Yep.
I will ignore the scavenger.
Yep.
My plan is to be able to reach kind of a, undercover, try to reach the forest. A little bit what Angel is doing.
So you can make a mobility roll then, and for every success you get, you'll go an extra hex.
Very well.
Unless you want to take it careful, in which case you'll just go 2 hexes per round.
No, I will go fast. So D10, D6.
Yeah, and just a straight roll.
2 successes.
Okay,
good.
so you can actually go 4. You can go 4. So you're
that
actually
means
just
6 plus 4 or just 4?
No. So you can go two hexes, and then you got 2 successes.
2. Okay.
You can go another 2 hexes.
1, 2.
So you're just behind the person he's probably just a little bit ahead of you actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yep. You can. In fact, if someone can make a
I'll do it this time.
D8 roll for Angel, just to make sure she doesn't get caught out in the.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing. Okay. It's not her luck. That's
Sorry,
okay.
Charlotte.
She obviously gets to about there. But there's a lot of trees in between her and the actual thing, so it should be okay.
Should be fine.
Yeah. Viv? Are you doing what you're told, or are you going your own way?
Just meditate.
Adam, that's you.
Adam.
Okay. I'm gonna lay down covering fire.
You're just gonna randomly shoot, or you just want to?
Isn't it like suppressing fire? Isn't that
Yeah, suppressing fire.
So just generally in that general area, just shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. If you just if I don't have to make a roll, you just fire around and you're just gonna keep their heads down.
How many rounds does this gun have?
Yeah.
Good question, huh?
It's okay. I've got them here. So this firearm
Hey, we haven't got the stats for that.
has you've got 2 rounds left. You've got 1 round left.
Fun.
Is that going to affect how many dice I've got here?
No, because you fire 1 round per bolt action, so
Okay.
it won't make any difference. So after this shot, you'll have 1 round after this.
Okay.
So that's fine. So you don't have to make any rolls. You're just going to keep their heads down. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Dom, you're going to stay on Overwatch?
I was staying in Overwatch. Yep, not moving.
Okay, sure. So we'll. The smoke is kind of clearing from the grenade blast, and you can't see any movement in the trees. Leo,
So we'll try to, what I told you, but basically continue on the river, and then once I see it's on cover on the trees, go trees.
Sure.
So mobility roll, I guess.
I'll stop you there. I just want to know what you're doing. So if you do that, you kind of move down to the tree line. You actually meet Angel, and the two of you, in a very military 2x2 fashion, or in this case, it's 1x1 fashion. You cover each other and make your way into the tree line.
Cool.
And as you do that, I'm going to just highlight something for you.
Tank. Surprise! No, I'm just kidding. No, fucking no.
A vehicle? No, it's someone else.
Yeah. Yes, as you kind of get into the tree line, you can make out two people laying in the trees. You can make out a UAZ, which is a Russian truck. So if you zoom into it, you'll be able to see it. And it seems to have driven down the path into the trees and has stopped. It appears that both of the Russian soldiers appear to be dead.
So in any case, I will get closer and just kick them a little bit.
Yep,
turn them
kick
around.
them. Yeah, they're both dead.
Okay.
One has got a bullet hole to the head, and the other one has got a bullet hole to the arm, and has also got some shrapnel wounds from the grenade.
Two.
Successful combat encounter.
Yep.
Yes. So I will basically, with Angel, I will inspect if there is anything left around, if there's any guy or anything hiding. I guess not, but
Yep. You just have a quick look around, and it looks like it's just these two.
okay. So I will tell Angel, can you stay around, and I will go back to and report.
Sure. So Leo, you go back to the other two.
Yeah. What happened with the scavenger on the river?
He's gone.
Okay. So I just go back, pick up Viv and Dom, and say, "We hit jackpot, guys. We have a vehicle and 2 dead Russians. I don't know who did it." So I don't know. Maybe we should go and get Captain Hardy.
Captain Hardy has been following you.
Okay.
Slowly, he's kind of holding his side.
And I go to help him. I
Sure.
grab him and say, "Sir, we got a UAC, Russian UAC."
Ah, brilliant. Let's go and have a look at it then.
Excuse me, sir. What about the family?
Oh, yeah, shit. Dom, come here.
Yeah?
Can you have a word with the family?
Yeah, what do you want me to say?
Ask them where they're from and what they're doing, and do they know the other guy? Just get as much information as you can.
I'll go with you, Dom. Don't worry.
All right. I'll go approach the family and...
He then thinks for a second and goes, Viv, go with him.
Right, you are.
He says to you, Leo, let's go and have a look at the vehicle.
Sure. I grab him and I help him.
Yep. Okay. So, Viv and Dom.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask them. Who are you? What happened? Where are you from? Where are you going? What's going on?
The older gentleman, he looks like he's in his 30s. Says, "My name is Jan, and this is my wife Lena, and this is my son Alexander." You can see the son is probably about 6 or 7. We are from Apoc now, and we are trying to find the NATO, so we can find our way to Germany.
Okay.
We saw a couple of people with guns, so we hid in here, and then one of the people with the guns shot at a vehicle, so we hid, and then It was all very quiet for a while.
You mean this guy
then-
here? And I'll point to the dead guy on the floor.
He says, yeah. I think he shot at a vehicle that was on the road.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Who are you?
I'm Dom.
He looks at Viv.
That's
Is this
Viv.
your mom?
It was tempting to do a sort of don't tell him Pike routine. Don't tell him Dom.
Something like that.
He asked you if you're his mum.
And I've said something like that.
No.
I look a bit crestfallen.
He says,
Listen, you didn't see us, right? We're ghosts. Like dust in the wind.
the woman says, do you have any food
I can
for a day or so?
I can spare half a tin of orange matter.
You've got one can left. It looks like.
I've got one can left, but I'm hoping.
Could we give you something for it, please?
I've got one ration of food left as well.
What
what have you got?
When's the last time you ate? Because this is the last of our food.
We ate a day or two ago. I mean, if anything, just for Alexander, and the kid's kind of looking at you from behind his parents.
I'll throw my carrier bag with food in it to the parents.
Thank you. They come and they give you a massive hug.
I can spare one half of my can of matter.
So what did you actually give them, Dom?
A tin of unknown substance.
Right. Okay. Oh no! Thank you. That is amazing. Thank you very much. You were very grateful. We're very grateful. We just we can eat tonight. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Make sure Alex gets plenty to eat.
Of course. Most of this.
I'm only giving it to you because of him.
Well, we're very grateful. Very much. You're a good boy.
I'm not a boy. And then with that, I'm gonna be like,
he's a good
turn
man.
around and I'm gonna try and stagger away, not stagger. Sorry, but saunter is the word I was looking for.
Saunter.
It's probably more like a stagger.
Yeah. The guy Jan says to you, Viv, if you're going to Apoc now, please be aware there are marauders there, led by a former sergeant in the police by the name of Oleg. Him and his band have kind of taken over the town.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go find Captain Hardy.
No, and thank you. Okay. Yep.
Don't mind the boy. His balls have just dropped. He's been feeling a little off kilter.
They're looking at you very strangely, but they're very grateful.
I do this.
There's that kind of slightly worried because obviously you're a large group of people with weapons, but relieved that they're getting some food, but they're still very wary that you could potentially change your mind and kill them at any minute. So
yeah, so I want to go to Captain Hardy and tell them that they're trying to find NATO troops. Just basically tell them what they said, and say I didn't tell them that you're NATO.
Oh no, that's okay. We'll have to send them in the right direction, which is back the way they came.
Back towards the Apoc, no?
Yeah, well, at least maybe they can go north.
All right, so
but there's lots of Russian troops. But I mean, I would imagine that maybe the Warsaw Pact troops won't really pay much attention to them.
So I'll head back and just basically tell them that our captain is a NATO soldier, and we're heading west, and if they want to join the NATO troops, then they're gonna have to go back kind of northwest to try and meet up with the main group.
Yeah,
there might be some Warsaw Pact troops to look out for. Whatever basically what you just said.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. They're very keen to kind of, once you've kind of vacated the actual building, they'll very happily kind of wander off. Okay. So Viv, is there anything you want to do in the building while you're there?
No.
So,
okay.
I wanna do something. There's a dead body there that we've only grabbed the weapon off of.
You have.
I also wanna do some, like, I've just given away the last of my food, so I'm gonna try and do some scrounging around. I'm basically a scrounger anyway, so I want to basically just kind of scope the place out for any valuables that we can take.
Not a problem. Okay, so if you could make a survival roll.
Survival, so D10 plus D8. Any modifiers on that?
No, just a straight roll, and you can't push this.
Okay. No successes.
Okay. So yeah, there's nothing of any use or any value that's been left around. On the dead guy, he's got some clothing. He has a small rucksack.
Mm-hmm.
Like a small sort of like semi-military rucksack. Inside the rucksack there are some blankets. There's about 10 or there's 12 rounds of ammunition, which presumably go with the rifle.
You can write it down, Bib, for you.
There is a
I'm writing it down probably.
There's a small bottle of water, which is half drunk, and there are a couple of candy bars.
So how does that work out in terms of rations numbers?
So the candy bars will give you one ration. The water will give you essentially one ration.
Okay.
And then so then the blankets themselves, the two blankets will be equivalent of one item, and that leads me on to one other thing. See if I can remember this. So since we started playing, the rules for encumbrance have changed. So you can now carry things in your encumbrance. So in your webbing, you can carry, I think it's 4 items. In a rucksack, you can carry items, and that actually adds to the number of items you can carry.
So the rucksack doesn't count as an item in the thingy either.
No. So actually, it means you can carry more things.
Right.
And
okay.
for the life of me, I can't remember where it is in any of the documents. So don't worry about the encumbrance too much. But yeah, so it just means
I'll add one, for example, for now.
Yeah, that's fine.
For the ruck, because as you said, it was a small one. So if it adds something, then I'll just add one for now. I've got plenty of space anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah, so that's fine.
The carry limit is still based on
your strength.
Your strength. Okay.
And there is a way of working it out. I'll have to find it another time. So sorry, anyone who's watching.
It's the D number. You just remove the D. So I have a D8 in strength, so that means I can carry 8. I think is what I've written down anyway. That's the formula.
8 is the base amount, but I'd have to find out what that was.
Okay.
So that's what he's got on him.
Okay.
Did you put the rounds like 12?
Yeah. So I'll kind of mention to somebody that I've got this I've got the ammo for this sniper rifle, and I guess I hand it to you, Leo.
Okay. So it's 12 776, I guess. I don't know, but
I've also got one less bolt from shooting it. All right. Cool.
So Leo, you, the captain, and Angel are with the 2 fallen Russian soldiers. And One of them appears to have been carrying a rifle, which is now well and truly broken. And it's probably going to be very difficult to actually repair that after the bullet went through it.
In terms of ammo, they have the same ammo.
Yeah, so in terms of the ammo, let me just double check. My handy, helpful book. Yeah, he has got come and help me out, Russian sniper rifle. Dragunov.
Dragunov, yeah.
That's the word. He does have some rounds for that, some loose rounds.
It's not the same as the ball. Yeah, it's a different one.
It's different rounds, I believe. Yes, he's got rounds for that. He has roll me 3d6.
Sure.
How many rounds he's got?
3d6. 13.
He's got 13 rounds for his Dragunov.
Any other grenades or anything useful? Knives, rations.
He's got his uniform. He does have a steel helmet.
That's useful.
Which has a slight dent in the back of it.
It's a Russian or is it kind of
Russian.
general?
It's a Russian steel helmet.
Okay.
The rounds for the Russian rifle are 7.62 by 54. Just so you know the size. Which look about the same size as the other rifle you have.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
They are indeed the same round.
Okay. So for people watching, if we haven't mentioned this before, the ammo is very important. Yes. You have to line the ammo up with the correct weapons, so there's no general ammo stat or anything like that. Which is why we're kind of mentioning it all.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
I keep forgetting.
It's not just like gun porn. It's for the sake of gun porn. Well, maybe it is, but
well, it's a little bit of both, I think. He doesn't seem to have any more grenades, and he doesn't actually seem to have any other equipment on him. He's got some Russian webbing, which you could probably use. The other guy has a pistol, a PM Makarov.
Makarov, love it.
Which is a Russian pistol. And there are 3 clips of 8
I think. Each. Yeah, I think it's 8 Makarov.
Tony knows his guns. And so he doesn't have anything else except for 1 Russian frag grenade.
Yes.
It's going to go wrong. So that's them. You've then got the UAZ, which is also there. While you were looting the bodies, Angel and Captain Hardy have kind of gone over to the UAZ. They've given it a cursory look, and it looks like there is a problem with the axle of the UAZ. And Captain Hardy's looked and gone, I don't think this is going to drive anywhere unless we can get it repaired.
It's just like Arma all over again.
Yep. But he does actually look in the back of the UAZ, and there are a couple of crates in the back.
Okay.
Both are locked with padlocks.
Like nasty, they're like
big, thick kind of padlocks.
Yeah, no, but I don't think I can bat.
Ah, okay. Keys on the soldiers though, maybe.
But there don't seem to be any keys on the soldiers, which presumably why they haven't opened them.
That's all. Okay. What kind of? I'm not there. Anyway.
So they're quite large military boxes, and you reckon you could probably fit. They're almost maybe the same size as. You reckon you could put like maybe 6 rifles in each one? So they're quite large. They fill up the back of the actual UAZ.
That's interesting.
Yeah, if you've find a way of breaking them open, you could probably spend a bit of time doing that if you want to do that.
Can I do it with anything that I have on me? Because I really don't have anything sturdy to do this, I guess.
You have a grenade.
Can I try and blast the lock off with my shotty?
You could give that a go.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of take your shotgun and fire.
Maybe I mentioned maybe we should take the crates out of the UAC. You know,
yeah.
We might.
If you want to be trad about it, sure.
You take him out and use the shotgun. It'll take you a couple of shots.
Okay.
So you lose 2 shots, but yeah, you can get them open. As I hear horrified from the community who go, "You can't do that."
Watch me. Don't give yourself a nosebleed, sunshine.
You find some gear. How happy are you going to be? So
I get
inside,
first dibs.
There is another PM Makarov pistol with 3 reloads for a total of 24 rounds.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I was actually gonna give you the other micro, but yeah, you got a new one now.
There is an RPK light machine gun.
Ooh,
I'll take that. I'll take charge of that.
With 2 reloads, so it's just some very large magazines.
It's probably 100 clips, no?
I take 40 in a clip, or 40 in a mag.
Sorry, 40 rounds.
In the other one, there appears to be a disposable rocket launcher.
I'll take charge of that. I will be custodian for that.
Can I have the sniper rifle then, or we'll keep it maybe for?
I love it. There are some other things. There are 2 reloads for the RPK, so another 2 magazine rounds of 80 rounds.
Holy shit!
There are 2.
What
more
a lovely
grenades.
day.
There are 2 more grenades.
Somebody else can have the grenades. I'm not greedy.
I will give one to Angel, and I take this.
Dom.
One.
Dom.
I'll give the.
I'll be a very responsible custodian of this grenade. Scout's honor.
There is also a set of binoculars.
That's probably for Dom. Yeah.
I would take those.
So are you taking the Russian grenade, Dom, too?
No.
No, it's Angel. Okay.
There's 1 personal medical kit.
God, how do you spell binocular?
Angel, no?
Yeah, she can take that. I'll just make a note to say that's going to be for Angel.
Yeah, I am putting it on the sheet, but she already has a medic kit. I don't know if it is a different thing.
There is also a little box inside the box, which are 6 rations of Soviet MREs.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So,
nice.
Delicious MREs.
Soviet ones. We'll see.
Can you, maybe Dom can carry that?
There is also
Sure.
1 ration of clean water.
If you don't mind, Dom, be the custodian of the food.
So how much space does the food take? 4 units take up 1 space, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you said there were 7?
There is 6.
6. Okay, that's fine. So okay.
In the UAC itself, there is a basic toolkit for the vehicle.
It's heavy, yeah.
And it's heavy. And there is also a 10-litre jerry can of fuel.
Full?
Full.
Wow.
Which would take up 2 lines on your inventory if you wanted to take it.
I think we should try to fix the car if we can. Who is a good mechanic? Who knows?
Who knows mechanical? Who's got any kind of mechanics?
Tech. It's tech, right?
So tech is the skill. And you would specifically need, so the way for anyone else wants to know, that you would require a speciality to be able to use it.
Which I don't think any of us have.
So tech is just the generic, so you'd need to have a vehicle mechanics speciality to use it.
If not, what do you use it? So what do you with the tech alone?
So tech is for general things. So gear comes under two types. You've got common gear, you've got advanced gear. The advanced gear, you need to have the specialization on it. So you could fix maybe say if you had sort of electrical stuff, you could probably cobble by putting a plug together, but it'd be very difficult to put say a shortwave radio together. So you have to
make sense.
And there's quite a lot of them, so you need to kind of specialize in something to be able to use it. There are some alternative rules, which means you can generally use tech for anything, but generally it makes sense to you need that speciality to do that. And that would work the same way with some things like drive. So with piloting or something, you could drive a normal car, but actually you wouldn't know how to drive a tank, and you wouldn't know how to fly a Harrier jump jet.
But then I guess you could have several specialties. I mean, I don't think it's in the rules yet, right? But I guess you can keep on learning things.
Yeah, there is, and they've just kind of put it in. So
okay.
So that is your reward for a combat well done. And just I did tease everyone that I might throw in some vehicle rules, but unfortunately it doesn't work unless you want to find some vehicle components to fix an axle. Then you can come back and you guys can have yourself a vehicle.
We're not quite at that advanced stage of the JRPG where we get an airship.
So yes, to give you an idea, when you travel, if you have the UAZ, per shift you can travel 7 hexes on the large map. If you were going by road, and 2 hexes if you were going off-road. So it gives you an idea. If you have a vehicle, you can actually get quite far, barring roadblocks and tanks shooting at you.
Okay.
But then actually, if you get a vehicle and you are smart, you can actually leave the map.
You could.
Cool.
No, because it seems that
Yes.
well, okay, it's almost the end, but that's interesting.
It is. I just wanted to kind of obviously lay that on you before our next thing, so we had a little idea of what would happen. So there is an option to have to get the vehicle repaired. If you can find, you've got the toolkit, you just need the gear to do that. So I think that seems like a perfectly reasonable place to leave it for this session. The only thing I was going to discuss, but we kind of ran out of time, was the experience. Which I guess we could do at the beginning of next session, and then we can kind of give you some experience points, and also increase things. So if any of you made any successes under your coolness under fire rolls, or you've been hurt, you can actually increase your hit capacity, and you can increase your coolness under fire. So make a note of if you've used them. I have. And then we can discuss that, and then there's some rolls to make, and then that will kind of organically make sure that your character gets better. So, but yes, I hope everyone kind of enjoyed that.
I did actually.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, that was good.
Kind of showcase some of the new rules, some of the new combat stuff.
We got quite lucky, I think. It felt like.
Yeah.
Like there was a grenade about to be thrown at us, right?
Yeah.
I take full responsibility for us winning that fight, right?
you mean
because otherwise there would have been a grenade thrown at
All
3 of us.
Hail Dom.
3 of us clumped together. It would have been a shit show.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
You owe me.
About time
you owe me.
I just realized something I'd missed off, which was crazy. There's a flak jacket.
We're gonna be fighting over that. That's for sure. Armor.
So there is a Russian flak jacket.
I think the youth among you deserves the chance to stay alive the most.
You wanna take the? You wanna take the helmet too?
Here's my stance.
Oh, yeah.
Dom is the golden child. He's our mascot. We want to keep him safe.
You've just given the child a pistol as well, so that's, what's the worst that can happen?
Pistol and a grenade.
You can't give him a pistol without
I
giving
didn't take
him
a grenade.
jacket.
I didn't take a grenade.
Don't give the kid a grenade.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But get the helmet. take the helmet and the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I go for it.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, Charlotte's not here to say no.
So yeah, so there are actually two. There are two steel helmets, so one from each of the Russian soldiers. So
So we could actually.
So I'm writing one of those in mine. Steel helmet Soviet.
it gives
and
you an
torso.
armor rating of 1.
Okay, and the flash jacket.
I will get one too.
That would give you an armor rating of 1.
Okay.
Armor rating of 1.
So.
But on the head, I guess, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So on the head and on the body. So the way that works.
Oh god.
We'll forget by next session. But basically, for anyone who's watching, each of your weapons has in the stats an armor rating. So, for example, the PM Makarov, which I'm looking at here, has an armor rating of ×3. So what that means is you would take your armor rating and times it by 3, and that's how much damage it stops. So if you got shot with a PM Makarov, and I did 2 damage to you, you have an armor rating of 3, you take no damage.
Okay.
If you do have armor and a round does get through, it decreases the armor rating by 1. So most armor will go down to 0, and then you'd have to repair it before it would work again. So it's just a kind of generic way that they do it. Very similar to sort of like the other 3D games.
Yeah.
So yes.
Or we give the other helmet to Angel, maybe.
Yeah, give it to the.
Yeah, the medic makes sense to have the medic.
Give it to the medic. But yeah, so thank you very much. That was great. I hope everyone enjoyed watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Ed. And thanks everyone for watching and in the chat. Cool. So that's us. We're bang on time for our 2-hour slots. If you haven't already, then please consider hitting subscribe to help the channel grow. Like the video, etc. And yeah, we'll catch you next month. I think we've got a date, but the dates might be just ever so slightly shifting around because I was ill last week. We were meant to be doing this last week, and things could be getting a bit compressed for our next show. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a little bit of movement still. So we'll confirm that a little bit closer to the time. It's either going to be 3 or 4 weeks from now. Yeah, for our next episode. So
in the meantime, like and subscribe. Free skulls. It's a lifestyle.
what he said.
Thank you, Adam. All right.
Cheers.
Thanks very much, everyone, and catch you
a lot.
next time. All right.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.